Ladies and gentlemen, the long and waited, highly anticipated, when you get a podcast, you're able to have, you could do stuff that you want to do. And this cat is what I wanted to interview from the get-go. I've always admired this guy, and he is called Mike Dean, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, hello, Mr. Whalen. How are you?
Oh, it's just up in the atom. You know, I kind of like maintain on the balls of my feet for a balance.
Yeah, okay.
yeah, man. I mean to tell you, Mike, I don't care who knows it, but my gosh, man, if I was, had be able to have a team that I put together, you would be on it. No doubt, how. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that. That's an amazing statement.
Well, cool. We never, and we might have played on White Star that one year, that one summer. But
correct.
Yeah, okay. But otherwise, we played against each other. And Mike, without a doubt, I mean, you don't want to say you're the best, or but far as being a guy's guy, being a sportsman, that you like myself, I'm in gold. I'm watching you, man, and you're gonna score. You're trying to score goals on me, and get an assist and stuff. And it just is a joy to watch you play, and then you stop watching and get into the play. But if I made a save, after hitting the ground and, okay, everything's okay, you would say, hey, nice save, keeper, or nice save, Wales, And you don't get that with everybody.
Well, I did enjoy playing, there's no doubt about it. And I was probably a bigger fan of the sport just because of the people that I watched growing up. We were blessed to grow up in the mid-'60s and early '70s and '80s with the soccer talent that was in North County and South City.
Well said. No doubt. Wow. My niece talked about, she didn't know about the soccer, but she knew about me being a stagehand and saying, holy cow, you worked all those types of bands. You did, man, the soccer was good and rock and roll was even better, huh?
Well, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah. And, we were always presentable, in our clothing and so forth, our manners. What parish did you play out of?
I was Our Lady of Fatima.
There you go, name dropper.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was one of
a few names from there. A few names from there would be the Schaeferings, the Kellers. Boy, it's kind of hard to remember some guys, right. As we get older. But yeah, I grew up in Our Lady of Fatima, and then I was lucky enough after a few years when they didn't have enough players my age, I was able to play for St. Dismas, that great St. Dismas team. Huber, Hulser, Totebush, Darrow, Valmer, Crankiola, Do I need to go any further? I'm sure I forgot some guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And you were one of the first players to wear contacts. And so you had the glasses. and then you take them off, and then all of a sudden you stop, and everybody's looking down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Kept trying to, I think I broke about 40 pairs of glasses, and then Mom and Dad said, let's just try contacts. So
Nice. Yeah.
yeah.
I grew up with all my buddies. Pat Weir was the other, a real guy. He and Mike Newsham, Mick Newsham, and a bunch of other guys. You would have all kinds of tape along the sides of them, in the middle,
Yeah.
But I mean, that was just some super stuff. So you played with and against everybody in that era, and you had some brilliant moves that's never been duplicated nor replicated. And I was wondering, did you have somebody you tried to get some of those moves from, or how did you develop your own creativity?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, growing up, again, when we did, to watch guys like Mike Knott, Denny Seary, some of the greatest, what I would consider goal scorers that have ever come around. And then we were able to watch them enough that, you could go home, and I was lucky enough to have a soccer goal in my backyard.
Wow.
We were lucky enough to try to imitate them, and some of the stuff stuck, and some of the stuff was created into a different move.
Yeah.
But, again, it wasn't me. It was watching some of those guys that obviously are soccer lore in St. Louis.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, oh man. Well, I hope sometime there will be somebody that's saying, yeah, I was watching Mike Dean, and he really helped me with a game,
Yeah, that would be kind of cool as well. Yes, it would.
Yeah. But you're on mid-60s, 65, 60, something along those.
68. 68.
All right, then. And I don't know what you look like, but I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if you would hook them up to a heartbeat and a pulse and this and that, this guy's as cool as he was when he was a young whippersnapper teenager. I mean, you and you could turn it on, baby. I mean, ba ba boom, and then you're just a grin and a nice little way about you. Is that mostly the Dean DNA, or what? How did you develop that?
Yeah, that probably was handed down over generations. I don't think I could take credit for that.
And but I tell you, you took credit for the Comets of McClure. I mean, that was quite a.
Yeah, that was a fun few years. There's no doubt about that. Most people probably don't know this, but McClure was the first public high school to win state in soccer. And then I came there the year after that and was still able to play a year with Bruce Rudroff, Bruce Wisman, Paul Land, some of the guys from North County that, again, helped me change my game. And, we had 3 great years at McClure. Unfortunately, we never beat our nemesis, McClure North, in those 3 years. But we did give Rosary, Aquinas, Normandy, Hazelwood Central. We gave some of those guys some pretty good games and came out on top a few times.
Yes. And then they, down Dallas, said, come on over here. There's guys who score goals, and then there's guys that are gold scorers, and you come under the heading of gold scorer. How'd you like it?
And that was Yeah, that was a cool freshman class. Steve Moyers, Jack Donovan, and myself. That was pretty exciting times.
Yeah, man. Name dropper. I just saw
Yeah, that was
Jack.
pretty exciting.
Yeah, I just saw Jack the other day. And,
Did you?
oh, yeah. He's got that grin, from ear to ear. Literally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He was all right, man. And
Yes, he
under
was.
full disclosure, those two guys that you mentioned are also on the Whale Certified All-Time Team.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
So I'm in some pretty good company.
Oh, absolutely. And it's almost not like that you would have to become a wing fullback or anything. You would stay in your natural position.
No, that's good. That's good to know because I wasn't much of a defender.
No. Yeah, buddy. But you were the first guy any goalkeeper would want to look at because you were the farthest up on the line.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And man, you were one of the last teams that were called a Rivermen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And played on that field with the nice grass and everything. Did you enjoy your time at UMSL?
UMSL, yeah, the 2 years. I only made it 2 years because of other things, and it was time to move on. But yeah, the 2 years was great. Our second year, we did go to the Final Four. We didn't win either game, but we were there. And Coach Dallas was, he was a unique individual, but he sure, I was happy to go there. I had no regrets. So yeah, I'd say overall it was a good move for Mike Dean.
Yeah, there you go. And it was centrally located, I should say, right down the street from Faraci Pizza.
Exactly. Yeah, I was still living in Florissant at the time, so it wasn't hard to get to school and get home.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, under full disclosure, can I enlighten the audience where you live at now? You don't have to
currently,
give us it. Yeah.
Currently, I live in New Melly, Missouri.
Nice.
Nice small community, a little bit right close to Wentzville. Just country living at its best.
Yeah, baby. Back in the 70s or 80s, they had a power plant out there, and yeah, and that was the job to have for a year or two. Where you working? Out of New Mally. Yeah.
I'm still in the car business. Been in the car business for 44 years. I work for the shipper organization. I'm the sales manager of their Ford dealership in Union, Missouri.
Nice. Are you familiar with the likes of Charlie Clark?
Yes, I am.
The Joey Clark's brother, not the other Charlie Clark.
Yes. Yes.
He's into cars. He sells cars.
Yep. Yeah. I've ran across him over my career a few times. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
And under full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, prior to knowing you guys were in the car business, I would say, hey, would you buy a car from this guy? With the two of you, guarantee, I would send my sister or relatives, brother out there and have no qualms because
thank you for that.
Yeah, because where it happens is that Mike Dean, you're in a Whale Certified Hall of Fame, baby. With
there you go.
On and off the pitch, baby. On and off the pitch. Because, you got to have a way about you. And you sure did. How as coming up for the hours before we talked and we're going to set a time to do it. I was saying, not to embarrass you or anything like that, but if you can, you were so close of being one of the top notch. And, of the three, Moyers comes out of nowhere and does what an incredible career he had.
Correct.
But you and Jack had some real unique style of play and were great teammates. And I was wondering if there was something, life circumstances hit, or was there something, if you could have done it over again, you would go left instead of right, or how you feel about it?
A lot of guys would probably maybe disagree with me, but I thought that indoor soccer would extend my career, and I was terribly wrong. I needed a bigger field. I needed a little bit more space to do what I did. And I thought I could take that into indoor, and it didn't work. And that was kind of depressing. And at that point in time, my girlfriend at the time, we ended up getting married and having a child right away, and trying to follow professional soccer went out of the window pretty quick when you have mouths to feed and bills to pay.
Right on. So under full disclosure, Mike, you were the last goal scored on the Whale.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was indoor at, I believe, Delwood.
Probably Delwood, yep.
And there was a ball kind of bouncing. You're looking around. You have full control. And then I said, I'm laying the trap. I'm coming up. And you were able to loft it just right. And possibly if I was 20 pounds lighter, I would have gotten it. But it kept me to reach that height, and it went into a net, and there it was. So there you go, baby.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a nice way. And, it was, you had that North County swagger with the Whale after you scored that one, but it was brilliant. Way to go, man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And, that whole idea behind North County, have you ever sat with some fellows to say, if there wasn't such a parochial way about North and South, would you have thought that a genuine team made up, and you could have several teams, but of the best of the rest, the best of the best? Did it ever cross your mind?
Well, again, keep in mind, just name those names over that 15 or 18 year period. I mean, we skipped ahead from high school to UMSL, but, probably my best time was Big Four Chevrolet. When you're starting to talk Big Four Chevrolet, you're talking Coleco, Kiley, Makowski, Cacciatore's.
Dolphus, Egan.
And then you still had, you had the Flarson Celtics. You had just so many guys, and, don't get me wrong, the Catholic schools did increase the competition, but there was just so many good players between North and South. There's no telling how many teams you could have put together and over a time period and been winners. Just
national winners.
National winners, without a doubt.
That's cool that you feel like that. I didn't want to be the lone wolf out there being a knucklehead, it's I mean, it's there, and I don't understand the mechanics of it all. I don't know about you, but when we were raised up to play, they talked about the older guys that, they did this, they did that. All you had to mention was Kudus, and you didn't know this, if they had a funeral home. You thought it was the best team ever around, and then you had other teams that were, but the whole idea was that, hey man, this is a national, and it's kind of like, it's one league. It's not like you change the letters on the league to win a championship. It's you're the best, and they would have beat the national teams of several countries.
There was a bunch of great teams. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yep.
Yeah, and that Big Four. I mean, gosh, they change names every other year or so. With
right.
Yeah, with the teams were St. Philip Neri, Ham's Beer.
Yep.
Yeah, Big Four, and then what? Oh man, it's like I'm missing something.
Well, that's what happens as we get older. We skip something, and then it'll come to you.
Okay.
It'll come to you about 2:00 in the morning.
All right. Well, I have that. I don't have the excuse of I hit my head on the goalpost too many times or nothing like that, huh?
No, I won't give you that one.
All right. But far as goalkeepers, I mean, what a litany of goalkeepers in the St. Louis area, huh?
Well, let's start thinking about them. Lenny Todebush, Eric Delabar, of course, Bob Robeson, trying to think of some, McClure, Denny Stegman. I mean, you just Ricky Hudson. Just go on and on and on, without a doubt.
Yeah. And David Bursick.
Chuck Zarumsky.
Yeah.
Bursick.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean.
Did you know Dr. Chuck Skrumsky is the official?
Yes, I got to play 1 year with him on Big Four.
Nice.
Yep. He was studying while the rest of us would, after the game, would go out and have a beer or two when we were out of town, but he'd be reading his doctor books.
Yeah. He's the head of psychology. He's a psychiatrist over there in the Washington University over there by the 40 and Kings Highway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He ran the place. He was the guy. Yeah.
I'll bet he had some stories.
He said, I asked him, I said, hey, can you give me a couple questions? And he said, hey, man, if you survive the North Side, you're good in my book. It was pretty wild, and to be able, you have some type of a real good mental formation to be able to. And that's from a doctor saying that, Mike. I don't want to.
No, I get you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you have it. And I mean, I don't think you can count 100 that you have players that you played with and the dents that are friends with you, that if you would meet, you would strike up a conversation, no problem.
Without a doubt. We usually see each other at funerals now, which is unfortunate. Of course, the St. Louis soccer scene just lost a pillar, Pete Sorber, last week.
Yes.
I was unable to make that weight, but I'm sure if I would have, there'd have been 50 hours of stories just running into old time friends.
Yes. And under full disclosure, do you wear socks?
Yes.
Because you were the first cat daddy-o that I ever seen wear a nice outfit with no socks.
Yeah, I wear socks now.
Yeah, all right. You were before your time, baby. I mean, you set a trend. Now you're on But that's a real business. And the other one is that the older guys, I mean, I just got a thrill. I was able to see Denny Vanager and Mark Mathis reunite after so many years. And he said, "Man, I was hoping I would see you." He said, "So did I." Because you're there. You don't want to be looking around all the time. You're in church, and he was able to see him on the way out. And I mean, wow, you talk about something. Old war buddies. I was never in the service. But I mean, they have some blood, sweat, and tears that they both went through at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those early clashes that we would always be able to go watch. I can remember sitting dead on a goalpost at SIU when SLU and SIU played a game, watching Madison, Bokern, O'Leary, the names just go on and on and on.
Yeah.
Again, those were great times.
Absolutely. Now, how about on TV, or what about the present game, say in the last 10 years? How has the heart and the gut felt in the mind gotten along with the way of the national team and the amateurs around town?
Well, I don't really get out a whole lot to watch any amateur stuff. I mean, the national team, I think the unfortunate thing personally with the national team is it's just become so political. If for some reason you don't play this person enough, you're a bad coach. I think we're still years behind from a World Cup, even if we'll ever see one on the men's side. I just think that our younger kids, I think, play too many sports. There's not that dedication to one or two like there is in Europe or other countries. Just my humble opinion. I tried baseball when I was a kid. I didn't like it. I tried basketball. I was too short. Once I found soccer, that's all I played. Summer, fall, winter, every moment that I had after school, we just got in my backyard and we just shot balls all night long.
Yeah.
So nowadays you've got kids that probably just don't have the one sport mentality that we would have had, years ago.
Yeah. And it seemed as if you separated yourself, the talent-wise, than others. That you were noticeably different, or the methodology was different than others. Was that
well, I don't really think I was, how do I put this? I wasn't as talented as some of the guys, but I outworked most of the guys.
There you go.
I trained harder. I had a mindset that I had to be better because I thought they were. And that's a good mindset to have when you're in a competitive sport like soccer.
Right.
And I think I just outworked a lot of guys.
How about the car business? Is that similar in a way?
Car business is, it's just one of them businesses that, first of all, we all need to buy a car. horses are out now. We don't use horses for transportation. But it's like anything. After 40-something years, it's second nature to me now. You know, when I first got in it, I wanted to be the best. Now I just want to stay healthy, make a living for the next few years before I say it's over, and just enjoy the rest of my life.
Right. Consistency, huh?
Correct.
How about the missus? You have the same missus, or you have had a Mickey Rooney journey?
I've had a few. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
My current wife, we've been married going on 14 years, and
wonderful.
Things are good.
Yeah. I never found somebody, I asked maybe two women to marry. And it was kind of, I don't know. So that's been my hard luck story,
Gotcha.
But I have an extended family. I've been with my girlfriend for 20-something years, and there you go. They have the daughter. Her daughter considers me her father, as well as her son, and then the granddaughter, I'm a pawpaw. So that really kind of worked out, and that I contribute everything to understand about soccer. That's what I do. I always reflect back on the soccer lessons I made, because it seemed like that was the way to go, is that, hey, you really don't have to work. You got to do what's something in front of you right now. It's not the past nor the future. It's right here, right now.
Yeah.
And under full disclosure, there's no better place than I'd rather be right now than talking to the great Mike Dean, ladies and gentlemen. If only there was video. Did you ever have anybody take a video of you?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. Yeah. A guy with a camera, and it was a one-shot deal, and it turned out okay, But
well, there you go.
Yeah, but they didn't have. They couldn't doctor the facial expression. so I don't, because it's an incredible story. Is that guy Denny Hannigan with the goal that he scored over at SIU and then UCLA? He carries the paper clipping with that picture of the diving. He's not the diving header, but afterwards when he's arms raised that they won the championship, in overtime. But Correct. He still has that. He'll show you. Yeah, he'll show you if you ask him.
Question for you. He won state high school as a coach, correct?
I don't know about that.
Okay, because I'm trying to think. My dad was the meter reading supervisor for Union Electric. And I thought Hannigan worked for my dad. And I thought the game that I think it was St. Mary's is who he was a coach for. And I thought they won state. And of course, his picture was on the front of the newspaper. And my dad had to tell him that you got to be careful doing that because you won that game during working hours. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Hannigan.
I don't know. He went to CBC, and I didn't know that he ever coached. I really don't.
Well, but, yeah. I could be wrong.
Again,
age kind of clouds
there
things.
You go. But isn't that an incredible story? Wow, yeah. I was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Oh, no, you know who it was? It was Bokern. That's who
There
it was.
you go.
That's who it was. It was Bokern. It just came to me. I knew it was one. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. That's a funny story. But
oh,
anyway,
boy, is it.
I'll get the names right next time.
Boom, boom. Well, we don't do any editing here at Whale Certified. We just let it go and enjoy it. So
all right.
There's a particular way at Whale Certified to say, hey, Mike, whatever you want to say to who you ever want to say it to for as long as you want to say it for.
Wow.
This is your opportunity.
Well, okay. I think what changed me as a player was Dave Berwin and Big Four Chevrolet. I just would love to tell Dave every time I've seen him in the years, how appreciative I was for him giving me that opportunity, believing in me and pushing me harder than I thought I could ever push myself. And those few years were really what took somebody with average talent and made him better. So thank you, Dave.
Wow. And I tell you, you could fill a stadium full of people that would say that basically the same thing.
Yeah, great man.
Yeah, I never heard a bad word said about the guy.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there you have it, man. And, New Malley is kind of like it's just the new village in St. Louis County. I mean, it's you don't have to bring a sandwich to get there anymore. You can just drive out, huh?
Right. That's correct.
And where would somebody find you to buy a car, new or used?
Schicker Ford of Union, Missouri.
Wow. You got the town wrapped up?
There you go.
Yeah, yep. Baby, yeah. And would you be one of the guys on the floor right away, or would you just say, can I see Mr. Dean?
No, they would have to ask for me, and then I would be more than happy to help them.
All right. Should they use the monogram of Whale Certified sent me?
There you go.
All right, Mike. Mike, it's been, I've had the podcast a couple years, 18 months, but the whole ticket was, I didn't, nothing, the library is complete now, but without you, it was incomplete. And so it was a great episode, and I'm so thankful you allowed me the time to be able to do it. So,
well, thanks again, Wales, and we'll see each other soon, I'm sure.
That's right. All right. So you know that I know that you know you're Whale Certified, and you know that other people could be Whale Certified if they would only try.
There you go.
All right, then. Cheerio, mate.